Hello and welcome to the live commentary of our currently ongoing Northern Premier League East game. We are 11 minutes into Stocksbridge Park Steelers at Grantham Town with me, Adam Allcroft. I do apologise. We have had some technical issues which has led to us being delayed here for our start. So I do apologise. You haven't missed anything, is all I'll say. The only thing you've really missed is that Elliot Durrell, one of Grantham's big threats, has already gone off with an injury to be replaced by Kieran Hayes. We will go through the team with you shortly as Grantham just on the ball now. Just stick with it as Ashton Hall, the leading scorer, skims a ball across the edge, but it's going to be blocked away. And Wood's going to get onto it. And we're going to see if Stockbridge can get the counter attack going now. He's been forced backwards here. Gets it back to Jordan Lemon, who will be fine with Greg Smith today. Ball goes forward, goes to McCaskill. Just touch isn't great, and that allows Grantham to take it for the throw in. So yes, nothing's really happened. So do apologise for the delay with the technical issues. Just sometimes they will happen. Just unfortunately happened 5 minutes before kickoff. Turns out the great secret to fixing it was turning it off and on again. So, and a slightly different position to what we used to. But we are getting through it, and Stocksbridge are on the ball now. Turner taking the ball forward, getting through a few players. Rawson's going to get onto it, get it back to Turner, just behind Turner. Would have been really good if that had come off. Rawson's actually pressed a poor clearance and got injured himself. Appeals for a penalty. Nothing given as Grantham clear that off of Fabu's foot. And Baker will look to keep that in, but he does, but it only helps Lee Shaw out. Back into the defence for Grantham, who will control. Hall sends it long, looking for Greg Smith, who had a really good touch on him there. Holds it down really well as he passes it now back to Waldron. Knocks it long, looking for Shaw. Shaw, but Langton able to clear it out for a throw-in. We're just trying to update on Twitter as well at the same time that the people on there that come live. Ball goes in, head away by Stocksbridge. Goes to McCaskill, looking to turn out his man, but he's been closed out by McCrory well, and McCaskill's given the foul away. So Grantham have a chance of all those big men in there up front to put a ball in. This could be where the Steels will have to be careful. Just a live update to give you from another team. Sheffield Wednesday have taken a 1-goal lead against Lincoln City. So we will look to get you down. We will let you update of another Premier League game. Another Premier League East game. Ball going in, headed away by Oglesby, only to the edge of the box to Hayes, though. Hayes passing it back here to Shaw. Shaw's looking to wheel out. Is that another foul? It is another foul. Oh, I think he maybe just nicked the back of the ankle, even though I think the Steels fans not happy with that. But the Grantham have an amazing opportunity to take the lead here with a free kick just 3 yards outside the box. It's still on the semicircle. So thank you to everyone who has managed to tune in despite everything. We will, after this attempt goes in, we will try and let you know. Every other game in the Northern Premier League East is still 0-0 at the moment. So it's a big opportunity. Matthew Tootle is one of the people standing over the ball right now. Trying to see who the other lad is. Who's what's doing it? He's Lee Shaw there, the striker. So it's big thing, and here comes the free kick. Shaw's going to take it, but it's well wide. He got it over the wall well and got it down well. Just didn't get it on target. Steels get let off there. We're 15 minutes into this match, and it is 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Grantham Town. So we'll let you know about the teams now as we are finally got ourselves set up. So Stocksbridge's team is Ben Townsend in goal. Then it's Bailey Ty Baker, Jordan Lemon, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby, Alex O'Connor, Curtis Turner, who's the captain, Charlie Wood, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill, and Ife Afebu. The bench is Jack Tinker, Ethan Bojang, Ross Goodwin, Luca DeFaldo, and Alex Wyatt Ingram. Grantham's team is Daniel Haston in goal. Then it's Matthew Tootle, Joe Stacey, Charlie Jensen, Jake Wright as the captain, Ashton Hall, Joshua Waldron, Damien McCrory, Lee Shaw, Elliot Durrell has gone off already for Kieran Hayes, and then Greg Smith. their bench, remaining on the bench as Grantham have just earned a corner here, is Nathan Tyson, Mason Lee, Cesar Tuntulwana, that's going to be tricky if he comes on, and Bradley Munns. Grantham with another big opportunity. Grantham definitely edging this game so far in the early moments. And this is when I think Steels will be a bit worried just because of how physical the side are. So they've got all their big players back. The only ones they've left out of the box is McCaskill and Fabu. Look to see if they can get a counter-attack going if this is be able to defend. And ball going in, and it's going to be Ross to head it out fairly simply. McCaskill heads it onto a Fabu, takes a good touch onto McCaskill, and the counter may well be on here. McCaskill facing up, looking to get the pass beyond to a Fabu. He does. A Fabu gets the beating of his fullback. He's got covered, but well tackled there from Joshua Waldron. Goes out for a throw-in next to the corner flag, actually next to the corner flag. And there is a goal update for any Grantham fans listening, because it's a big one for you. Shildon have taken the lead against Long Eaton United. It's massive for the Steels as well. Long Eaton are losing 1-0 to Shildon. That would be a shock score if that was to happen. That would take Shildon completely out of all the relegation. Puts Brighouse in the bottom four as the league stands. But the Steels have a chance to make their own impact on the promotion race because they have a corner right now. Curtis Turner taking it with Thomas Poole still suspended. Turner puts the corner in. It's a good-looking one. Bounces over, but then only falls to a Grantham player who's able to clear it. Lemon tries to head it back in, but it's headed right back out. Back to Lemon, who's trying to head it back onto the wing. Gets it to Oglesby there. Now has it going to McCaskill, who's trying to get through a few fullbacks. He's being pulled on the arm, and lays off a poor pass in the end. Baker's trying to get on the end of it, but it's too far for him. And it's actually Joe Stacey beats him really well as well. Stacey on the ball still now. Gets into centre field. Ball goes forward, but Turner intercepts and controls. Now it's back with Bailey Baker. Baker in right back. Puts the ball through here to Rawson. It's opened up for Rawson. Rawson's going to take the shot. He's trying to curl it with the outside of the foot. It would have been a fantastic goal if he'd pulled it off, but he just couldn't get it done then. It's gone well wide. It really did open up for him then, but could not get it done then. Good work from Rawson to begin with, and then just unfortunately cannot get the final technique correct. So, still 0-0 here at Brackham Moor. With only one of us scoring in North Friendly East. Shildon leading 1-0. Long ball here from Haystead. Going up, he heads it away back. And he clips on. It's going to be one for Shaw. Chase Townsend comes out, scuts the ball, and that causes a gasp from the crowd. But Steele's able to get it away anyway. Townsend not normally that way when he comes out to his goal like that. And Grantham's still on the attack. Langton clears though. Going to go back into Hall, who knocks it long. Oglesby comes over the top to head it away. Big cheers from the Steels fans for that one. They like a big coming over the top header. Shaw's going to gather it on the right wing now. Flicks it off, looking for Tootle, but Turner goes in well. He gets cut under his feet a bit, but it's out for another corner to Grantham. Bit end-to-end at the moment here. And it's another corner for Grantham Town to take. It's our second corner of the game. And Grantham coming in with all the momentum that last couple of games would have suggested a 3-0 win against Consett last week. 1-0 in the Lincoln Senior Cup final on Wednesday against Stafford. Fantastic result from there. And now it's a great opportunity for Grantham to take the lead here. Corner here, going to be taken left-footed. Looking to get it in the 6-yard area. Punched away by Townsend. Grantham trying to keep it alive. They are keeping alive. Hall takes a touch. Appeals for a handball on the Grantham attack. Not given, but Baker is now able to clear it away. Gets it to a Fabu, who controls it. He's looking to find an option, but he said he tries to pass it back, but he's being robbed as well by Hayes. A Fabu takes down Hayes, but it's going to be a free kick Stocksbridge's way. I think we may have got a bit lucky with that one there. And the Steels will get the ball back. In a local fixture, Emley have taken a 1-goal lead against Knaresborough. Rossington Main are also losing 1-0 at the moment. All the goals to tell you about in the Northern Premier League East. Langton now will look to put the ball forward. It's about 10 yards inside the Steel's half. But he'll see what he can do with it. Here comes Langton. Clip ball forward. Looking for Rawson, who may have got the beat of his man. He chests it down really well. Goes a bit wide here. Needs to put the ball in. Does put the ball in. Cleared away by Grantham. And the second ball away gets them clear. Goes to Shaw, who's holding the ball up well. They go it forced backwards, but pass it back to Stacey. Stacey going to clip it long, and it's going to miss everyone and go back now all the way to Townsend. Steels are all looking good in attack. There's definitely holes in this Grantham defence for them to try and get through as it gets thrown to a Fabu. Fabu forced backwards and he's got round his man really well. Fabu looking on the pass here to O'Connor. O'Connor pass back to Baker, needs the ball in. Here comes Baker, ball very high. That's going to be claimed by Hayes, you'd think, but he only couldn't punch it away. Just no one there in the path of the punch. O'Connor tries to take a shot, but it's going to always rising that one. You've seen him score efforts like that, but this time he just can't keep it under the bar, under control to keep it go fight it to the top corner. It remains 0-0, 21 minutes gone, but Stocksbridge are finding some luck when they go forward at the moment. So it's back now with Haystead. Star-studded Grantham team with plenty of familiar faces. Not just in the first team lineup, but on the bench and in the coaching staff. Ball goes here to Stacey. Stacey's rolling it quite well as he gets it down. Looking for the overlap, getting it to Shaw. But can't find him there. Ball goes back, going to be back for Townsend to take the free kick here. So Townsend, who's had one little alarming moment with that little scuff, will take the free kick now to get the ball at field. Stocksbridge have looked promising in attack so far in this game. Ball goes through to Rawson, but headed away by Grantham. Howell there trying to get the second header off, and Hayes heads it on to Smith, who controls well for knocking it long for Shaw to chase. Langton scuffs his first one, gets the second header away, appeals for a foul from Langton, but not given. Langton recovers well from the initial mistake. Baker's clearance is charged down by Smith, who heads it away back now to the number 9 here, who then goes down fairly easily, and he earns a free kick there for it. So it's Shaw earning that free kick. And Ian Richards looks disappointed with that as well. Greg Smith causing the problems, though, keeping the steals penned in. Greg Smith, who does cut a very Scott Ruven-like figure on the pitch.
You know why he's got number 20, don't you?
I do know why he's got number 20. I feel mean if I say it. Ball's going in. It's looking to get in the box. Headed over the top of Townsend. Clears away off the line. It's going in, and Curtis Turner saves the steals on that occasion. And we do have a goal update to tell you about. Worksop Town have taken the lead against Hebburn. So that's 2 teams in the playoffs now losing. As Stacey comes over to take this throw in, and it's going to be the long throw. Wow, Townsend almost got punished once again for charging off his line. And now Stacey taking some time along for it, up like a corner kick. He's actually used the tunnel there to get the longer run up. Headed on and then headed away by Turner. Headed back into the mixer. Turner clears again, but I think a foot on from Hayes to stop that going out. Headed back into the 6-yard box, but Townsend able to claim it there. Townsend here with the ball, and he's going to throw it out to Lemon on the left-hand side. It feels like there's going to be some goals in this game, and it could be quite a few for both sides at the moment. Lemon gets it through here to O'Connor, back with Lemon though. Lemon continuing to get it through to Rawson, tries to touch it to McCaskill, but well covered by Tootle, just can boot that one out to play, throwing steals on the left-hand side. Going to be continuing with Lemon here. Who will get it back into the middle for O'Connor, who's trying to evade a tackle, getting shoved all around there, and he's earned a free kick for that shove there from Waldron. And Curtis Turner will come over to try and whip this one in right-footed. Set pieces remain a strong part of Stockbridge's game, even with Thomas Poole currently suspended. Just 2 more games, including this one. Should return for Pontefract Collieries next Monday. And he is a player that we would really like, because I think he is obviously fantastic in those front 3 positions, played all across the 3 this season. Turner here will look to get the ball, and here comes Turner's ball high and into the box. Hayes is going to look to claim it. He does claim it really comfortably into his chest. Originally was looking to see if he could get a quick counter-attack, but got blocked off on his run. And now we'll take the time to choose his options. Definitely taking his time. Is coached by a well-known people around this park. Kevin Pressman, the goalkeeping coach, on the bench today. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday fans will know him and love him from his incredibly long period of time with the club. As he says, headed on, Langton's having to cover this to avoid it, but he does, and pass it back to Townsend, who clears this one right back out. Ball goes here to McCaskill, looking to control it, and he just gets it back to turn. He gets nipped over at the same time there. Back to Lemon on the left-hand side here. Lemon's going to send it down the line, and Rawson was just hoping to try and keep this in, but he can't. It's out for a throw-in now. And it's here for Charlie Jempson. We're going to continue the Sheffield Wednesday links. We've got a goal to tell about in a bit. We're going to continue the Sheffield Wednesday links. Charlie Jempson, father is Nigel Jempson, the former Al and Nottingham Forest forward. In a local fixture, Barnsley have gone 2-0 up. Daniel Simon on goal against Morecambe there. And Long Eaton have equalised against Shield, and Jamie Walker has scored from the spot. Grantham currently in an attacking area. Yeah, it was Wood, though, partially got it away, but Grantham have the ball back here with Waldron knocking it into the box. Oglesby will head this one away. McCrory tries to head it back in, but Lemon heads this one away. Back with Waldron now, who's basically switched into right wing back there. Knocks it long, but no one's there. It's going to bobble out for a goal kick. 27 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 0-0 at the moment. Rossington have equalised, and it's away at Wakefield. It's actually the last game at the Millennium Stadium up there as they switch to a stadium inside Wakefield coming in future. They may do that in the Northern Counties Premier League, as Wakefield have done very well in their first year in that league after being in the Sheffield and Hallamshire. Our reserves played at the Millennium last year. Townsend sending it long, looking for Rawson, who is going to bounce off the back of his head, but that allows Jemson to get out and clear it away. Now it's with Waldron, who's knocked it long for Shaw to chase. It's going to be covered here by Oglesby, who takes a touch before clearing it out. Throw in here to Grantham in an attacking position. And Grantham will continue. Grantham, I'd say, have been the better side in this game, but it definitely could have been Curtis Turner had to clear one off the line. But they haven't been able to take advantage just yet. Got 3 against Consett last week. Joe Stacey's gone over to that right wing. I wonder if there's some opportunity to try and clear it out onto the right-hand side, if Stacey's going to be stuck over there for this long throw-in. And that's what if he's, I think, me moving back to try and go in. Throwing goes in. Rawson heads it out, but it's only going to go back to Stacey. Crosses it in. Second time, Townsend claims. And this is where I think if he was demanding it and he's rolled out to Baker, maybe the Steels will take advantage of some of the space, but it was a bit slow and Baker's going to knock it, can't get it forward actually. He's trying to knock it long, looking for a favour. A bit quicker there, and I think if they, with these throw-ins that happen on the right-hand side, I think there might be some opportunities to take advantage of that. Because they do leave gaps in, and they were on the back heel a bit. And we do have a goal in the Northern Premier League to tell you about. Bridlington have taken the lead against North Shields. Ali Aldemir, who was the hot shot at the start of the season, has scored that one. O'Connor just cleared this one for Rawson to try and chase, but Grantham able to clear it away. Hey, goes back. O'Connor trying to cause a problem, and he does get it to a Fabu there, but he's going to get tackled by McCrory, who clears it off a Fabu, and it's going to go out for a throw. We saw a header from Jas Colliver there on the bench, one of our former players, showing he might still be able to mix it up there if he could, if he was there. So it's back for a throw-in for Grantham here. We'll have a look at the league table in a second to see how the current results mean it. Greg Smith knocks it on for Shaw to chase on the left-hand side, but Oglesby covers it well. Oglesby takes a touch and clears it down the line. Stacey chests it well, but O'Connor gets with the header. Goes to a Faber, who's trying to spin out. Gets it to O'Connor, who's sending it long, but that's going to be headed away by Grantham, and then to O'Connor intercepts. It's just giving it back to each other at the moment, as that header from O'Connor does eventually bounce out for a throw-in. So it's back here on the left-hand side now, down the line, headed on by Smith, but only goes to Langton, back heels it away. Goes back to Ozzy now, is going to cover that before clearing it upfield, looking for Rawson here, who's getting wrestled on the whole, basically a backwards hug, but Rawson still challenging for it before Hall's able to clear. That's going to bounce back to Townsend now. Become a bit of a bitty game at the moment here, stuck in midfield for long periods, and not the team really being able to create an opportunity. Townsend sends this one long. Rawson moving over for it. Heads it on. If Faber didn't gamble on that one, he could have actually got it. He's going out here for Haystead. He's going to cover that out as he goes out for a goal kick. 30 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 at the moment. So it's back for Haystead. Say Ian Richards is shouting out some proper orders here. And the referee's having a few words with Jazz Colliver there, who's standing on the bench. The only one standing right now. Former Ossip manager. Got 2 victories on this ground, 1 via penalties. Well, got 1 victory anyway. Got 1 back in his own ground, infield. That 1-0 win, that was a miserable result for Stocksbridge. O'Connor's just been pushed out of the thing, but he's got a throw-in out of it, so that'll work for him. And it's just going to go back for Baker, who's going to come over to take this throw-in. Baker just taking time it down the line from Baker, looking for Ross, and Ross heads onto a Fabe who just needs to control it. He doesn't, and that allows a man to get onto it, but he's going to race down the wing now. Beats his man, but Hall's going to cover it really well. I think a Fabe may well have fouled his man there as well, and he has free kick to Grantham. Just frustrating. This is a bit of a nothing game as it's turning out to be at the moment. Both teams cancelling each other out. Neither team really be able to create opportunities. So they did early on in the game. There seems to be holes in the Grantham defence, but they have seemingly closed up now. And Stockbridge haven't been able to take advantage of that, and it's just turned into a bit of nothingness. So it's 0-0 here at the moment. Oh, going along, headed by Smith, who's heading away. Turner's got onto it, though. And Smith's just been wrestled down Wood there, and Wood's wondering what the hell that was about. It's gone out of play for a throw. And referee, I don't think was even looking at it because he turned away. Hey. And that's allowed to the referee, Matthew Langdon, who I think has been here a couple of times this season. Gets in a bit of abuse from some of that, from the terraces. Did miss that. Smith just dragged him down like an arm drag. Made the WrestleMania joke already. I feel like I should have saved it for that one. Yeah, it's back here for Tootle to take the throw in. Down the line, and it's just going to go. And then Stockbridge will get the free kick for the shirt pull, and Charlie Wood, he gets it this time. Charlie Wood currently on loan from Bradford City. There's actually going to be some words for Greg Smith now, who's. It's an interesting thing. He actually put his hands there on the referee, not in like a threatening way or anything, just an interesting little note about how players try and handle their interactions with the referee. I think interaction with referees become a thing that we have paid a lot more attention to at the moment due to what happened over at the Fulham against Man United match. Not in the book, Greg Smith, but there has been a goal, which is good news for Grantham, not for us. Long Eaton are now 2-1 up on Shildon. Alex Marshall has given them the lead. Curtis Turner tried to stop that. The free kick was wasted, headed out, and Turner tried to keep it in, but he just headed out for a Grantham throw-in. So it's back here for. So Shildon there, disappointingly for us, has surrendered their 1-0 lead. And Shildon also had a player sent off. Curtis Matthews has been sent off. He scored against the Steels back last season over at Shildon's place. Smith here trying to evade tackles, gets it around, but it's still in here with Stockbridge. Turner going to come along for Rawson, chests it down for O'Connor, and he's knocked it long here for McCaskill. And McCaskill just needs to beat his man to be able to break in the box on the left-hand side. But it's good standing tackle there. Stockbridge still keeping it alive, and it's gone out of play there. It's for a goal kick. Steele's thought it was still there, and yeah, it's a disappointing. McCaskill, it was a great standing challenge there from Jake Wright, the captain, to stop McCaskill getting into the box, where he would have hopefully laid off a killer pass. Attendance for today is 187 here at Brecon Morgan, an improvement from our last game. So thank you to everyone who has attended, including the travelling Grantham support. Quite a few of them here today who've come here to try and help them stay up in that battle against relegation that they're currently surprisingly involved in. Long ball forward from Hasted. Going forward to Smith, who heads it on. He is winning a lot of the headers, Greg Smith. Now onto the side for Stacey, who controls it. Going to take it control, looking for the ball in now. Here comes the ball in. Smith miscues his shot, and that allows O'Connor to clear it. Big lead off for the Steels there. Turner's trying to get the counter stab, but it's only going to go back to Joe Stacey here, who is looking one of Grantham's most impressive players at the moment in this game. Back into central defence for Wright, who passed it to Hall. Almost got tackled then. Right, but it only goes back to Baker, who heads it away. Hall heads that back though. Wood's looking to be the first one onto it. He is. He's going to try and take this out onto the wing now, and he does that successfully. Despite cover from Tootle, takes it past Tootle, and then takes past 2 men before getting a little pull, and that's a free kick for Stocksbridge. Charlie Wood there with that little burst of pace that we've not really seen much of him him do over the last, well, since he came here, and that has really opened Grantham up for a second. They had to foul there to stop him creating anything more. He took 2 players out of the game there, and the Grantham man with a foul is getting a talking to by our referee as well. So, let's go back with Turner now to take this free kick. It's on the left-hand side, about 40 yards out on that left wing there. It's one of those where he will be trying to kill it right foot. He did score from this distance against Brigas, but that was probably accidental more than anything else. Got a local goal to tell you about when this comes up. Ball going in, head away by Grantham. It's been kept in by Wood, but Grantham get the second header away, and then eventually it's McCrory who clears it up. Baker's going to head it back in. Turner's going to, well, actually leave that for Grantham to collect, and they've got to send another long. Shaw's going to clear it. No offside. Florg he was clearly offside by the... So there will be Grantham score from this. Ball going in. It's looking for the number 8. Headed away. Stacey's going to head it back in. Before Baker volley goes in, deflected. Townsend gets it before it goes in, but the referee there with a blunder because the linesman there, Stephen Beresford, because he was 3 yards offside. Townsend will get it back and they'll be happy to have that ball back now. Yes, Barnsley now 3-0 upon Morecambe. Kane's going later. Just bounced off the back of a favour. Rawson just can't get into it. It's passed back to Haystead. Rawson will continue to close down, but Haystead able to clear it away. Just almost Steele's getting a bit of luck there. Between Tootle's knocking it long here, but that's going to be covered by Langton, who now heads it back to Townsend, who'll collect his hand. 37 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0. Steele's getting a let off here. Ball going long here. Goes to Rouse and bounces off his shin there. As it goes high up into the air, it can be headed away by Grantham before only for Lemon to knock it long. McCaskill's going to try and chase on to this one. But the problem Tootle has to pass it back to Haystead, and Haystead just about gets it away. Only back for Langton, who's looking to get it on the left wing again, but no one was there throwing to Grantham. Back here on the right-hand side now. It's going to be some time, because I think the Grantham player may be struggling a bit. Already one substitution from Grantham. And it looks like the player there, I think it's Tootle, looks like he might have a bit of a stitch. He's back. He's going all right now, and it's going back for Jemson now to take the throw-in. Another goal to tell you about. Worksop Town have taken a 2-goal lead against Hebburn. Any suggestion that they're taking the foot off the gas now that they are already sealed as champions and promoted have not well, you can ignore them anyway. Ball going long here for Grantham down that right wing. Langton gets it first, passing back to Townsend, who's going to continue to be closed down and jeered by the Grantham fans, but he's able to get it away. But only back to Grantham, who headed back up to only for Turner to head it back. Goes to McCaskill on the left wing, but he's offside. And allowing play to continue for a long time. And now they've given a free kick to Stocksbridge, the referee, who has not noticed his linesman at all. And now eventually he has realised it's a free kick to him because the offside was given first. I didn't think he was offside, but well. But he did give that first. Lincoln City have equalised against Sheffield Wednesday. 1-1 there. Sheffield Wednesday always seems to struggle against Lincoln City. Don't know why. 2 teams from Sheffield battling against Lincolnshire sides today. As Haystead prepares to take this free kick. They've got to look straight and get this in the box here. As Haystead takes a big long ball forward, goes to Smith, who heads it on, but only can head it behind him. Baker's covering as that goes out for the goal kick. 39 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 at the moment here, as the Steels look to clear it up. Anyway, Riley, just hello to Riley Taylor, who's listening. Being a Grantham fan who's there at the game today. Thank you for listening. We do have a few people who listen to in the ground, amazingly, even though I think we're like a minute behind the actual action. Townsend sending it long here, looking for a Fabu, but it's knocked on, and Grantham were able to head it back, but only for a Connate back off the back of a Fabu. Goes to Turner, who's looking to find McCaskill, but that is easily dealt with, and Tootle will look to try and turn this into a counter-attack. Gets it caught in his feet a bit, but he is able to hold it up, and now pass it back to Waldrum. Waldrum now looking for the left wing, gets it to Stacey. Stacey takes it to feet well. Faber's coming back to help, but Stacey cuts inside. Right-footed pass across. Well touched in, looking for Shaw. Shaw gets it into his feet really well, but Langton has pressed him really well and killed the opportunity. Back with Stacey, who then takes a heavy touch, and it goes out for a goal kick. Another goal that's not going to help us out is that Stockton are 1-0 up. Tadcaster Albion, Tom Portas scoring there. Townsend will now come over to take this. Just an update on the league table here. With the top three teams in the league winning, it's not helping us, but there is a chance to close the gap on Hebburn if we can take a win today. We go 4 points ahead of a postponed Dunstan match if we draw today as the results stand. Ball going along. Oglesby's going to look to get the header. He misjudges the bounce, but he is able to get it away, gets it to Lemon. And Shaw's not happy and clutching his face as he's down on the ground as McCaskill collects it. McCaskill looking to turn. He is getting to face the right side. Laying off the pass for Wood, who's able to get to his man on the left wing. And he's got some options here if he can create the space. But a slide challenge stops him. Only gets it back to McCaskill, who's Denny the ball knocked away from him. And they are going to carry away. And McCaskill's slide challenge there is giving us a free kick. And I think he got the ball fairly. I wonder if there was a pull beforehand that he is, which is what is penalised there. Emily have gone 2-0 up on Knaresborough. Sam Ashley scoring that goal. And it's now back for Daniel Haystead to take this. 42 minutes gone at the moment. And we will see if anything will happen before the end of the first half. Ball going long from Haystead. Oglesby heads it, but only back to Stacey, who's headed it on for Langton, whose clearance was blocked off, but Baker able to get the second clearance off. A favour to fight for it, but headed right back in there by Grantham. On the left-hand side, not long for Hayes to try and chase. Langton's going to cover it, though. He gets a bit of a caught under his feet, and he's out for a corner for Grantham. Andy Ring not happy with the referee there, thinking there was a foul on Langton during that. Going to be a corner kick at the moment. So it's corner kick. Can the Steels defend another corner coming in here? Big physical side, Grantham, who will be strong from these. They've taken it short. They've got an idea what they want to do. Hayes is trying to release, and he gives it back now to the number 8, who's going to put the ball in. Townsend gets a punch onto it. Lemon clears it away properly, and McCaskill's going to fight for it, but he's gone down, McCaskill, and he earns a free kick, McCaskill. And it's a very unhappy Grantham man who's getting talking to from the referee, who tells him exactly what he's done wrong. That was good work from Stocksbridge getting a clearance away from that, because I remember in pre-season a few teams did little routines that they were obviously working on, and they worked against Stocksbridge. Haven't worked for the most part during the season. Quick free kick here to Baker on the right-hand side, who's looking for his options here. Going to look for a favour on the right, but it's too heavy a pass, and that was some really good options there laid up. If that pass was better, and unfortunately it's just letting down, and it's out for a throw-in here, close to their own corner flag. Stockton have a penalty in their game now as well, so they're looking like they might go about to go 2-0 up against Tadcaster. Ball going in, Baker misses the header, but it's knocked on here by Stacey, only for Oglesby to head away. Smith heads it back, but only for Langton to clear it right back. Bit of volleyball at the moment, as Faber tries to hold it up, but he's tackled and it's cleared up. It's going to go out for a throw in here, deep in the Steel's half. Just going to go back now for Baker to take. Down the line, look for Rawson, but headed away here by McCrory. Back with Baker now, who's not took long. It's going out to play for another throw, and Baker just getting a bit frustrated with himself, I think, there. The Tadcaster goalkeeper, actually, in that penalty has been sent off, Josh Masfari. I thought he had a good game against us last week, I mean. And he's been sent off, so it looks like I think Stockton may go, you're going to go win that one. With a penalty, 1-0 up, and against 10-man Tadcaster, who have already been relegated. Wondered if they might have got a bit more free Tadcaster. You sometimes see that with sides that are relegated where, because that tension's gone, they just play like it's the playground again, and they have a lot of fun and get wins when they're like, no exit. Baker's just cleared from that throw-in. McCaskill's just touched it on for a Faber on the left-hand side. A Faber who's charging forward. A Faber who's trying to break into the box. He's in the box on the left-hand side. Being touched away from him by Wright. It's going to go out for a throw-in, but that is much better from Stocksbridge. In a local fixture, Penistone Church have taken the lead against Fackley in Brett Lovell's final home game. Ball going in from Stocksbridge, but it's cleared away. Back for Oglesby. Oglesby takes the touch, looking to flip play for McCaskill, but it's a poor pass, and it's just Stocksbridge and just struggling here with the second balls here at the moment. And to take advantage of any pressure, they're not maintaining pressure for any length of time. So it's back now here on the left-hand side. It's going to be Stacey to take this throw and getting it down the line. Smith heads it on, but only back for Langton, who is going to slice the ball a bit if Abel comes to it. He does get it forward. Wood's going to challenge for it, but it's headed away from him. Stacey keeps it and knocks it long to be chased here by Shaw. Gets the first touch onto it, but Oglesby races on, knocks it away. Going to be another corner for Grantham right before the end of the half here. And Grantham will have to... Well, Grantham will be pushing to see if they can nick the lead right before the half. Oh, well, and I'm also having fun. That bus is trying to get down a narrow lane at the moment, so that's interesting to keep. Half time at Consett, 0-0 between them and Sheffield. And now Steels will need to defend strongly from the corner. Here it comes in, looking for that far end. Headed on and touching, and somehow over from in the 6-yard box. Goal kick. It's Charlie Jemson, who his dad would be ashamed of him for that one. Nigel Jemson would have buried that. And
referees indicated there will be a minimum of 1 minute.
So we've got a minute worth of added time here. So you get Charlie Jemson then peeling away at the far post, volley inside the 6-yard area. That should be 1-0 Grantham. But unlike his dad, he's put it over. Nigel Jemson, who just down the road here, was a well-liked striker at Sheffield Wednesday. A bit more beloved down at Nottingham Forest, but showing why he is a centre-back. Here comes Townsend's ball forward. Down looking for Rawson, and Rawson heads it back, and it's cleared away by Grantham. Headed on here, but only back to Lemon. Lemon going to knock it forward, looking for a Faber, but it's been cut out in the middle, and then not forward. Langton has to clear out for a throw, and Grantham are ending this game ending this half really well. Ossett United have taken the lead against Lincoln. Alex Peterson scoring. It's going to be a long throw from Grantham here. Joe Stacey will be looking to get this one into the box and give them one final attempt here. Yeah. High ball going in, headed it sideways in, and Grantham will get it. They pass it back to the end, skimmed in. It's been blocked by Smith. It's still in the 6-yard. Stocksbridge haven't cleared. There's a lot of feet in there. There's a back from Green. Stutzel shoots in the back of the net, but it's not given. The free kick for the handball has been. I think Stocksbridge, I don't know if the whistle had gone. I didn't hear the whistle initially, but Stocksbridge had completely stopped, and that allowed that ball to get slammed in, but it is going to remain 0-0. Grantham fans not happy with that one, but I'd say I could see that. And that is half time. It's 0-0 between Stockbridge Park Seals and Grantham Town. Grantham have been the better side in this one so far. They've had one cleared off the line, Curtis Turner being the hero, and then one here they almost got one with Charlie Jemson scoring from hitting over from close range. It is 0-0. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to Bracken Moor for this Northern Premier League East fixture between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Grantham Time. I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator today, and we are hoping a full 45 minutes of commentary in this half as well because of those technical issues that we forgot about now. Anyway, so the first half was it wasn't a great advert for non-league football. But it was Grantham with the better chances. Ashton Hall's header over the Townsend was cleared off the line by Curtis Turner. And at the very end, Nigel Jempson's son, fired over from close range when really he should have put it in the back of the net. Grantham also had one chucked off towards the end that was disallowed due to a handball in the box. Stocksbridge will need to improve in the second half against a side fighting for their lives in the Northern Premier League. And we will hopefully see much better as we see Charlie Wood is standing over the ball here. And also, before we start, Pennison Church have made it 2-0 in their feature. So we will see. So hopefully all will go well for the second half. Can the Steels fight through and get the win, or will they succumb to a tie fighting for their lives, as they so often can do towards this scrappy period at the end of the season? Wood send the ball, getting our final checks here by Matthew Langdon, our referee for the day, who's attracted some abuse from both sets of fans during this. Just getting a final few checks here as the fans also make their way back to the seats. And here we go. So Wood kicks off. So Stocksbridge Park Steels have kicked off in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left, while Grantham Town in the grey shirts with green sleeves, grey shorts and grey socks, kicking from left to right. The teams are as follows. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, Bailey Ty Baker at right back, then it's Jordan Lemon, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby, Alex O'Connor, Curtis Turner, Charlie Wood, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill, and Ife Afebu. The bench is Jack Tinker, Ethan Bojang, Ross Goodwin, Luca DeFalco, and Alex Wyatt Ingram. Baker here just on the ball. We'll read Grantham team out when this attack is over. So O'Connor gives it back to Baker, who's going to run in the box with a heavy touch, evades the tackle, and Baker, I think, just takes the wrong option there to put it onto the right side rather than Turner. That was helping him centrally. O'Connor just sliced the ball over into the box. McCaskill controls it, takes him out of the box. Back heel allows Lemon to get on the left-hand side. Lemon's being harassed, and it said foot in from Grantham that got out for a throw. So Grantham's team, it's Daniel Hayson in goal, Matthew Tootle, Joe Stacey, Charlie Jempson, Jake Wright, Ashton Hall, Joshua Waldron, Damien McCrory, Lee Shaw, Kieran Hayes, who's come on for Elliot Durrell in the first half, and Greg Smith. Ball going in from Stocksbridge there from that front, but it's just easy to collect for Daniel Hasted. So he's going to, with Hasted there, he's going to take his time. Jack Tinker, just noting here, Jack Tinker is really struggling getting his bib on. He's getting help from our sub-goalkeeper, Alex Wyatt Ingram, as he goes out to warm up. A ball knocked in, head away by Lemon, back for Smith, who's going to try and put the ball in, but no one's really there. Baker's going to have to go over to cover it because Stacey was pressing, gets it onto Afebu, who's looking to hold it, trying to get past his man. He has got past his man. Afebu here cuts inside, and then he gets through the same man again twice, trying to slip through the pass to Rawson, whose control's not best. It bounces awkwardly, but then it's cleared away there by Jempson. It's back here with Langton. Langton will carry the ball forward before clipping the ball long, looking for Rawson, but it's well over his head, and it's back with Hasted. It's better from the Steels at the start of the second half as Smith collects it on the right wing, back onto the right back as the ball goes long, headed on. Langton will look to go for second header, but it's Turner who gets to it first, but only back to Grantham. Foot in from Wood, but it's back to Smith anyway. Smith clipping it into the box on that right wing, but Oglesby's going to cover that. He has to take a touch because it is held up a bit more than he expected. He knocks it offshore and earns the throw-in for the Steels. Some good defensive work under pressure from Charlie Oglesby. So back there. So we will, of course, try and keep the table with some local fixtures and Northern Premier League East fixtures as it goes ahead. Steels remain in 5th place today, but with the games in hand, Dunstan would be able to overtake us at this point. Well, going long, it's going to bounce. Hopefully, be cleared back out into the midfield for Grantham. Appeals for a free kick, and they are given. And it's another big set piece opportunity for Grantham now. It's Lewis McCaskill's come over to try and stop it being taken quickly. He gets a little push away from the shoulder. It was a soft free kick to give away, and that's what's probably going to be most disappointing about it. Frickley have just equalised against Eccleshill in the Northern Counties, 1-1 there, and Long Eaton have just gone 3-1 up. And that is obviously Shieldon not doing us any favours there. Long Eaton definitely the team with the momentum going into the playoffs at the moment. McCrory puts the ball. It's a good-looking ball to the far end, headed away though by Stocksbridge. It's still in. Hey, it gets away, but it's claims for handball. Not sure of which team, and eventually the Steels get a free kick as well. Steels have currently been able to handle Grantham's free kicks fairly well, but they'll have to continue to do so because I imagine they'll get quite a few more before the end of the game. Townsend now will take this free kick and get it long and see if the Steels can continue a fairly bright start. Okay, long looking for Rawson, who's moved on to that right wing, chests it down, and it's just going to go out to play. No one really helping Rawson. This is the thing, people don't get close enough to Rawson at times to help him with his touches and target. They're using him as a target man, but no one's coming off the target as Stockbridge give away a free kick here on the left wing, but just outside the Botham's advertising holding. So I'm going to wait for it to get back up here. It's Joe Stacey, the man who was fouled. So ball just been collected on that left-hand side here in front of that. Well, I say it was in front of the Botham sign. It's taken about 5 yards because it's now in front of the Smiths advertising hoarding. You see how many shout-outs potential advertisers you get on this commentary? You should go get aboard with us. Contact Roger Gissing. Anyway, free kick to be taken here. It's going to be taken left-footed. Ball going into the box. Looking for Smith, who heads it on. And then Turner Baker, he gets it away, but header right back into the 6-yard area. And it's Jemson again who gets the header in the box, but somehow he heads it wide. Steels get another let-off there. Jemson is active in the box. He just can't keep things on target at the moment. And that's been a let-off for the Steels on a couple of occasions now. Back for Townsend now to take. 49 minutes gone in this game so far. Townsend sending it long, but it's going to go short here. O'Connor heads it on, but it goes to Rawson, who's not too long. Faber's going to chase it, but it's a bit too heavy here. And that goes to Haystead, and Haystead's going to quickly get it out because he's spotted Tootle with some space in front of him, and Tootle is going to go in, and McCaskill's clipped him. He's going to be no free kick given, and now Stocksbridge have the ball back through the counter. Turner lays off Lemon pushing for the left back, trying to beat his man. Does beat his man. Lemon just needs to put the ball in, cuts inside, gets it right footed, punched away by Haystead. Goes to O'Connor, controls it, shoots, deflected away. And it's a corner kick to the Steels. Best play from Stocksbridge from the entire game. All the work from Jordan Lemon down that left-hand side. He put a great ball in. Haystead punched it away. O'Connor, I think maybe just O'Connor having to control it, just allow the Grantham defence to just close in and get a crucial block in. But the Steels do have a corner, and that's the loudest the Brecon Moor has been in the game so far as well. Corner kick, Turner heading on to take it. It's just taking some time. The likes of Mitch Langton, Luke Rawson in the box, Charlie Oglesby as well. Here comes the corner, looking to get it in the 6-yard area, the far end, headed on, saved by the knee of Haystead and over the bar. I think it looks like it's Charlie Wood there, who's got his head onto it, just trying to see. And it's going to be another corner from the other side of the box. And I've just noticed Joshua Waldron got a booking as well at some point, according to our football web pages.
That's it.
Missed that one completely. Dave Towler on our football web pages today.
I didn't see it.
I did not. I didn't see it either. And now it's back for Curtis. He's going to take this corner from the side. I'm wondering when that happened. Did you wonder if there's some choice words at some point or anything booked for that? And there's just going to be a few words in the box. There's been just a bit of coming together. I think the fans spotted it because we're getting some annoyance from them. Lewis McCaskill and Joshua Waldron's getting a talking to. I was just wondering if he was going to get a booking then Waldron, and it's actually Dave predicting the future. Here comes the corner anyway. Outswinger going in. He's headed on by Grantham, and that just takes it away from the box. Lewis McCaskill's racing for it, but Grantham are going to beat it. But a great challenge from McCaskill stops it, and it's going to be a throw in there for Grantham. Oh, that's wonderful. Brett Lovell has scored from the halfway line on his final home game. I let that happen. How has he done that? A header in the corner? Yes. Lovell The former Steel has scored on his final home game from the halfway line. What is going on there? Where's that Brett Lovell been all when he was here? Anyway, Dillwall's just going to back out play for another throw. It's Grantham showed quite appeals from both teams there. Goal to tell you about. Concert have taken the lead against Sheffield FC. Nathan Greenwood scoring that one. Concert had lost to Grantham last week. 3-0. Quite a surprising result, but teams, when they are fighting against relegation, can just crop up with the biggest shocks sometimes as Smith just heads on that throw, but Turner clears it. Only sideways, though. O'Connor's got a bit of fight to get it away, and his clearance away is going to go into the path of Joe Stacey really nicely. Stacey's going to push forward. Faber's back to cover him. Stacey has got some pace on him, though, and he might have the beating of a Faber of all people, but Faber has gone back, covered it. Stacey does get a ball in, and there's a problem here because it's gone to Grantham. Ball's looking for the far end, but it's over the tops of everyone and going to go for a goal kick. Let off for the Steels there. Just over that a poor final ball that went over the top of Greg Smith's head. So back with Townsend now. So we've got.
I thought we said Long Eaton had scored.
Yeah,
3-1.
Yeah, the 3-1 according to their Twitter. On their Twitter, which is usually quicker depending on the social media department. Smith just got touched the ball on again, but Oglesby can only clear back into their midfield here. McCaskill's back well, and now there could be a counter because Wood's got it. Wood's looking for the runner of Faber, but it's too heavy. This is where Stocksbridge have lacked. They're winning the ball quite well in midfield from times, but they're not taking advantage because these balls have been fairly poor. Anyway, so it's in the 55th minute here. It's 0-0. Stocksbridge are throwing in their own half now. As it's with Lemon. Lemon is going to send it long now to Wood, who plays forward to a Faber. Faber looking to turn. Faber's got running at the defence here. He almost gets a bounce after that tackle, but then Grantham do get the clearance away. Castle was going to take it, but I think an order from Andy Ring has asked him to leave it and allow Jordan Lemon to take it. Ball goes short to O'Connor. O'Connor's forced out. Gives it back to Turner. It's opened up for Turner a lot. Turner's going to allow Baker to run onto it on the right-hand side. Baker here is going to clip a ball in, but I think Hastings going to claim that comfortably. It is. Baker's final ball is just really lacking in this game. And so far, as Hastings looks to collect that one. Oh. Hastings take time. Big long ball forward. And for the end, Smith is going to head it backwards up front here, and this is what Smith's really good at. He's a really good peeling off target man, physicality, and it's a good ball there. Here to an overlapping Hayes, and it's being bounced off him, and he's going to get Steels are going to get the goal kick there, despite Kieran Hayes' little tiny tantrum, not a big tantrum, just a tiny tantrum. Over it. Goal to tell you about North Shields have equalised against Bridlington Town. Simon Jacob, the goal scorer there. And Barnsley have gone 4-0 up on Morecambe. Devante Cole has scored their latest. Ball going long here, headed away though by Hall to Smith, misses the header, but earns the free kick off Jordan Lemon there. And Jordan Lemon's going to get a talking to. This may be the Steel's first booking of the game, and Stockbridge will have another difficult free kick to deal with here in the 57th minute. Lemon's not really happy. He's pleading his case. And he's actually going to get away with it. No booking for Jordan Lemon. Concert have gone 2-0 up now against Sheffield FC. Jake Orrell. And Brett Lovell, just so you know, has just gone off for Penistone. He's played for the last time at home. He'll have his last game next week of Penistone's match against Bottisford. Back here from McCrory, he's going to clip the ball in. Good looking ball, headed away by Stocksbridge. And a free kick given as well. Greg Smith fouls his man Oglesby there. Yeah. We'll say something about Greg Smith. You know, he's not actually. He's unhappy about that, but well, I say that I was going to say polite then, but I don't think he may have just done like a gesture. I think he was a bit unhappy with that. I thought he was like, taking it quite well to begin with. Well, one of our forward players goes off, another one comes on. Scott Rowan just comes on for Hallam, I've just noticed as well. Baker's going to clip a long one forward. It may just bounce through to a Fabu, but clipped away by Wright at last time. Clearance has been trying to kept in there by Rawson, but they just head back away into midfield. Now back for Baker, who's knocks it long and just going to bounce back here for Hasted. Okay, so just going to collect that for a while, and he's just waiting for his options here, and so he's going to look for Greg Smith. I think that's the default. Baker wins that one. We're high foot, but no free kick given. But Grantham on the attack here, but well stopped by Mitch Langton. Greg Smith is still down, and I think because there might be a bit of a potential head injury, that's why the game's being stopped. Sheffield United have taken the lead against Norwich City. James McAtee scoring that goal. And Nostell Miners Welfare have gone 2-0 up against Swallownest. Smith is going back to his feet there. Look like he will be returning to action very soon. And very, very unhappy Jay right there is remonstrating with the referee. There's a question there. Does Smith have to say Smith? The physio hasn't come on, and the referee stopped it, so maybe he doesn't, because it isn't the case that he had to call the physio on. It's Jake Wright who's continuing to be quite unhappy with this. The referee is getting a few words in his ear, and now we're just going to see the referee head over. Yeah, referee's going to have a chat with Greg Smith now, just to double check with him. It is going to be a bounce ball situation. There's no free kick was given, and Smith actually is going to be sent off first, so he's going to. So he's got to go, and he's not sent off. I think I may have caused a bit of a panic for the Grantham fans listening there. He's going to just head off for a moment there, and Smith is having a few. He's having a few pointed things towards the linesman, Lee Kendrick here. The physio is actually now coming on to give him some water as he comes off. And I wonder if he's got. I think he got hit by the jaw there. That's what he thinks doing. So just watching Greg Smith, who has been probably one of their best players today. Just one of those things with the larger players, you sometimes think they've got away with it for some reason, because normally most players you would be demanded. Townsend just taken that into his own box there. And he wanted it quickly, Lemon, there, but I think they came back to cover it quite well. That was a bit of a missed opportunity, because Lemon hasn't been good going forward in this game so far. Townsend's going to go back into right back here before knocking a ball long. He's looking to get in the box, but it's headed away. Turner's going to race onto it, though, gets it back to left wing for McCaskill, who's looking to get the turn on his man. He's going to face up with Tootle here. McCaskill pass it sideways here to O'Connor, who's going to find Baker now, who's pushing forward. Baker's going to cut inside. He's looking for a ball here. Instead, he's going to pass over to Lemon. Lemon takes it here, right-footed. He's going to try and curl something over, but that was absolutely rubbish, to be honest. Sorry, Jordan, I like you, but it was. Wasted opportunity there for the Steels. Greg Smith is waiting to come back on. He's quite unhappy to Anthony come on, and I think the referee's just checking his mouth there, I think, to see if he can. The Grantham management team just is determined to have him back on. They're unhappy. I think, okay, see, I can understand why you don't want one of your top players being kept off the pitch for too long. But Grantham just continues to complain. The momentum of their team is just being a bit hurt by the fact that they're complaining over this. 62 minutes gone in this game so far. As we wait for this to be resolved in some way. It is just watching this. And British Smith does manage to return now. So Matthew Chatfield, the Grantham manager, getting his way on that one. And Greg Smith, who the last time Grantham played here, did score twice for Grantham back in 2013. Steels won 3-2 that game. And he's going to go back now for Pacer to take. Just taking quite a bit of time. This is now Jake Wright gets a talking to from the referee. He's a young referee today. We do have to encourage young referees through the game. Very good article in The Athletic I read about young referees, and unfortunately the views they get at the very grassroots level. Goal goes to Tootle on the right-hand side. Tootle takes a touch, looking for the overlap, finds the overlap there, but Stocksbridge trying to pen them in. It's bouncing off the Grantham man, and they've knocked it off the Stocksbridge defender. I think Curtis was standing there to earn a throw-in right next to the corner flag, which will Joe Stacey come over and take? Yes, Joe Stacey will come over and take. And I do wonder, because there is this ton of space now on the right wing that potentially the Steels could try and counter into if they're able to defend this well, but they've got to defend this first before thinking about any sort of counter-attack. So Steel's defence needs to be on it now. Here comes Stacey's throw in here. Curved run as he throws it in, look at the near post, but it's gone right out of play. I did wonder actually then, because Ashton Hall like punched it to go back. I wonder if he, like it for a while, he might have punched it while it was still in play. But instead it is just a goal kick. Joe Stacey not getting his throw right at all there. There's not much space on by the pitch over on that side, which I think has always limited the amount of long throws they can do. Townsend is sending this long. McCaskill's going to fight for it. It could bounce off him. Wood's going to be the first man onto it here on the left-hand side. McCaskill's offering himself as an option here, and Wood's getting through a few players before he's eventually closed off by Hayes. Back to Jameson there, who clears it, only to Oakfield gets it to Turner. Turner trying to get through a few men, but he's been harassed by two players before it goes back to Lemon. Lemon takes the touch, and he's going to try and clip it rightwards, and he does get it to Baker. Heavy touch from Baker, but he's going to knock it through, and Afebu might get the beat of his man here. Afebu needs to get through. He's on the right wing here, parallel with the box. Afebu gets it beaten man, puts a cross in. Afebu. McCaskill tries the overhead kick. It doesn't work. It's going out to the left wing, and to his credit, O'Connor continues to close down. It's a throw into Stocksbridge. Oh, that would be special if that got pulled off. Lemon throws it here to O'Connor. Back here to Lemon. Lemon's going to clip the ball into Afebu, but it's knocked away. Back for Baker. Baker takes a touch to Afebu on the right. Thought he was going to go for the shot there. Afebu tries to take the ball, and it's blocked off. It's a corner kick to the Steels. Just a goal to tell you about. We've had confirmation of Long Eaton's goal. That's finally gone through the web pages. And Ali Aldemir has scored his second for Bridlington, putting them back in the lead. Curtis Turner will now come over and take this corner. Well, we are in the 65th minute here. And it would be a great time to score a goal. Any time's a great time to score a goal. We've got ball going in, headed away by Greg Smith, who is a big man in that defence. O'Connor gets to it first. Back to Turner on the right-hand side, who's looking for the run of O'Connor on the right wing. Finds him. O'Connor will have to pass it back to Turner after being closed down by two men. Turner's closed down by the same two men. Gets back to O'Connor, and Stocksbridge being pressed out really well by Grantham as it goes back to Baker. Baker takes the first good touch, gets past to Turner. Now back to O'Connor on the right wing. Back with Turner in the centre. One touch passing here as Rawson gets it through here to Wood on the right. Wood here will controls it and has to get it back now to O'Connor, and they're going to try and put the ball in, and it comes off the leg of Afebu. It's a good enough clearance, and there might be a counter attack for Grantham here, but it's a bit heavy, and Townsend will slice it there as it goes forward. Stays in, actually could turn good, but Grantham are able to get the first header onto it. Baker then gets a touch. Afebu collects in the middle back to Turner, and Turner's looking for McCaskill, but it's intercepted by Tootle. Tootle charge forward, gets it past Turner, goes over with a push on Turner and gets the free kick. Bit of a daft one from Turner there, and it's a free kick on the halfway line. Ian Richards not happy though. So it's a free kick for Grantham after some decent pressure from Stocksbridge, but just not being able to create the opportunity. Just only if McCaskill could have got his overhead kick correct. A definite contender for goal of the season if had been pulled off. So back now here with McCrory, who's coming over to take that because they are going to try and get this ball into the box. So it's a good opportunity, but can the Steels defend against the big physical Grantham side? Here's the ball clipped in, headed away by Turner, but it's only back to Grantham. Volley goes, it's just wide of the near post. Townsend had covered that, but it's still a frightening moment for the Steels.
It's looking well.
And Penniston Churchill on 4-0 up. Tom Charles was scoring their latest goal against Fackley, having a very good result there. And back now for Townsend to take. Stockton are 4-0 up on Tadcaster as well. Glenn Butterworth has scored their latest. Dale Mulligan had put them 3-0. Rawson, really good head on there, but no one was actually on the end of it. No one really expected it to go there. Yeah. Grantham have the ball back here. They're going to go down the left wing here. Kieran Hayes charging, looking for the run here. Shaw on the left wing. He's got it, puts it back, but only back to Langton, who takes a touch and then takes the short pass here to O'Connor. O'Connor's now going to send it long, looking for Rawson, but head away by Wright. Rawson was gambling on the mistake there, and now it's back with Tootle here. Tootle going to pass through to Smith. Smith trying to get through, and he does get it back to Tootle. Tootle controlling well back here to Smith, and Wood is pressing him out. But And as it gets now back here to Waldrum. Waldrum here is going to knock it long over the top of everyone and out for a goal kick. Wasted passing and decent play there from Grantham. Seeing one of the fans saying, get into Greg Smith. I think if you get into Greg Smith, you bounce off. I think that's the problem. Anyway, Worksop have gone 3-0 up. Luke Hall, the latest goal scorer for them. It looks like Hebburn will be condemned to defeat in this one.
It does affect their goal difference, Evan.
Yeah, that's always the thing. You've got to think about goal difference. Essentially, Heather is almost in minus goal difference, which is interesting. As there's a bit of a head tennis here at the moment, as Caskell tried to get onto it, but Grantham were able to head tennis it right back. I think Turner went in with a foul then. If after about 5 seconds it is actually given. And the Steel fans not happy about that one. So it's going to be a free kick to Tycast. And they do get everyone forward every time. It does mean I think Steels will try and see if they can use the counter attack. They've used it fairly well on occasion, as Andy Ring is heading towards the dressing room here. So I wonder what Andy Ring is going there for. Or has he just forgotten his phone or something? Anyway, Haystead is actually going to take this free kick. He's going to clip it. He's going to get that into the box. It's a really good full thing. He's headed across. It's going to go back to the number 8. Blocked there by Wood. And Afebu just is going to try and get the counter-attack. And he might have beaten her his man. Afebu there, but it's coming well, Grantham. And now they're going to get it back to Haystead. Haystead slices the clearance. Lemon's up front to try and challenge for it. Going to bounce awkwardly. Afebu keeps it in and then Grantham clear. I think Afebu should have just left that. Would have had the throw in a decent position. So, as Turner gets a shunt then, and I think he might have wanted the advantage as well because it worked out well for him, and he gets the free kick though in the Grantham half, but on the centre circle, on the left-hand side of the centre circle to be exact. And Stocksbridge will push their own players forward here. Anyway, back with Lemon now. Who will high line here from Grantham defence. And Lemon will... No, when was last time Lemon took a free kick like this? But he's going to take it, taking it right-footed, getting to the far end of the box. Oglesby's going to head it on, and it's behind absolutely everyone. And Grantham will clear it away. And Townsend is going to go... He's going to allow that to go out for a goal kick, actually. So it's going to... Almost could have been a counter. Avoided that one, though. Oh, the local rugby team lost as well. It's disappointing for them. Against Nestle Roundtree. It's a throw-in here for Grantham after that clearance went a bit wrong. Exactly on the halfway line. Until the referee's told him to get 5 yards back. So he's just waiting for him to... And the ball is going to go through here to Waldrum, who's found Tootle in some good space here on the right-hand side. McCaskill's back to clearing, but I think McCaskill's clipped him there, but Tootle's back up to his feet. He's going to clip a ball in, and Townsend able to claim it. Townsend here is going to look to get the counter-attack because McCaskill's got space, and Rawson's touch it on, and McCaskill's... Great work from Rawson. McCaskill facing on, looking to cut inside. Laid off for Rawson. Rawson laid off, shot blocked. Back here for Wood. Wood takes a shot, but that's been blocked by Afebu of all people, and it's back now for Turner. Yeah, Afebu's down on the ground as well, and he looks hurt as well. Afebu is going to get back up though. So it's Lemon on the left-hand side. Lemon's going to get the ball cross-field for O'Connor. He's got a Baker as an option, but O'Connor slips, and he still keeps the ball, and he gets it back now to Baker. Good step over from Baker, gets it back now to O'Connor. O'Connor's going to clip the ball in, looking for the far end from McCaskill, but it's going to be headed out for a corner by Tootle. It's another opportunity for the Steels. Steels definitely better in this second half, but we are in the 73rd minute. Time is ticking. Will it be another 0-0 against another Lincolnshire side, as it was against Grimsby Borough a couple of weeks ago here? Or will we see the late rally that we saw against Dunstan? Those 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, grabbing as a vital point. Ball going in, look at the far end. Haysen misses it. Langton's going to try and clip it back in. I think he wishes he had the shot there. Headed away, Oglesby misses the header, but only back to O'Connor. Turner here will clip the ball in, and Smith heads it away. Afebu tries to keep it in. Back for O'Connor. No, who pass it to Turner. Gives it there to McCaskill on the left-hand side. McCaskill running at his defence, trying to cut in, trying to beat his man, but it's being tackled there by Grantham, who clear it away, but only back for Lemon, who's blocked it off well. The pressure will continue because Baker's collected it, but he's only on half. Flips it to the right-hand side for Langton. Langton here will not try to get the ball onto the left wing for McCaskill. McCaskill collects it well. He's got the overlap of Lemon. He's going to find Lemon here. Lemon just needs to put the ball across, takes the first touch, Lemon. Tackle goes in by Waldron. It's another corner steals. Perhaps Lemon could have taken the first touch, but I think he's just a bit uncomfortable on his left, it looks like. Goals to tell you about. Worksop, a 4-0 up on Hebburn. Penalty from Liam Hughes and Stockton 5-0 on Tadcaster. Michael Roberts. So there. And another corner. We must start taking advantage of these set pieces. As Turner will look for his man here. Here comes Turner's corner, looking for that far end. Haystead's got punches it away. Only back for as far as O'Connor, who gets a good first touch. Lays off for Langton. Langton's going to try and lay off here for Oglesby, who is trying to keep it pressured in there, but eventually it's Wright who's going to carry that away. And that will end the pressure because Shaw has just collected it in the Steel's half. Here, he's been pressed all the way though, and he eventually knocks it off Baker for the throw-in. That's a disappointment. We couldn't take advantage of that pressure. Handsworth have got a goal in their game against North Ferriby, but still 2-1 down there. And Huddersfield winning 4-2 against Middlesbrough, though. That's a big help for Sheffield United. We're going to see Grantham's second sub of the game, the first of the half. It is Nathan Tyson coming on. Well, that's definitely a weapon to have, isn't it, in your draw? So we're just trying to see who's coming off now for Nathan Tyson. Well...
Substitute for Grantham, number 4 Charlie Kempson coming on, and number 14 Nathan Tyson coming on.
That's going to be a change in formation as it is Charlie Jemson coming off for Nathan Tyson. So Nathan Tyson, all the clubs he's played for: Nottingham Forest, Derby County, Doncaster Rovers. So many top-end clubs in the EFL he has played for. He's here at Grantham now, and obviously, this is what you get with these sort of veteran players is that, yes, they're not going to move as quickly. They're not going to have the fitness levels, hence why he's been on the bench here. So he might not have that. But what he will have is that finishing ability, that touch. As I think it was handball and offside there from Grantham, but nothing given as Stockbridge driver to clear it. Fabu lays it off well here for O'Connor. O'Connor gets the touch on and he's looking to beat his man. He has to step back to get the space. Back for Turner. It's a bit behind Turner, but he does collect it anyway. Because Oglesby is a bit behind him. Passing just really loose, and there's opportunities for pressure here. As Nathan Tyson looks like I'm trying to see where Nathan Tyson's fitted in here. As Oglesby's going to clip it long here, looking for McCaskill, and he's going to put some pressure on Tootle, but Tootle covers it well and allows Haystead to pick that ball up. Trying to see where Tyson has taken. I think he's gone into like that left wing position, Tyson, at the moment. And it's going to be Tyson who gets a header on for Smith here, who keep you uppies a bit before being pressed by Turner. Turner comes in, no foul given either way. Could have gone either way, 50-50 one. Tyson on the ball here now on the left wing, passing it back now to Stacey. Stacey is going to clip it long, and it's a poor pass and out of play for a throw-in. Steele's yet to make a substitution as we enter we're in the last 13 minutes of this game. You'd think maybe we might see someone like Luke DeFalco or even Bojang come on in a bit to try and maybe just get something into this game and see if that's the trick needed. I think Andy Ring definitely heard me on that one. Lincoln United have equalised against Ossett United, by the way. What is a mid-table clash there. Turner's got the ball there. He's going to send one for McCaskill to chase. McCaskill is going to chase, but a free kick going to be given Grantham's way. And he has given that, I think, mostly on the appeals rather than anything else. So, it's going to go back to be... I was wondering if it was more of a push on McCaskill, because both, I think, were pulling each other around there, as Haystead will come over to take this free kick. So, Haystead with a free kick just like a yard outside the centre circle in Grantham's own half. And they've pushed everyone forward, because Haystead's kicks, as we found out, can actually get to the box. And it's again another one that's in the box, headed away by Oglesby. Wood gets it further away. McCaskill's going to try and get onto that first, but he isn't on there first. It's going to be Waldron who knocks it for Tootle, but he said it's going to be Shaw, but well robbed of the ball there. And it's going to go out for a throw in from the time challenging if he's Stockbridge's throw now. Back now for Lemon to take this throw-in. We are inching closer to the end of this game. 79 minutes gone, 0-0 at the moment. Steelers have only had 1-0 this season. It was the last Saturday home game against Grimsby Borough. As Rawson heads it on, but cleared away by McCrory, but not very far. It felt like it was Waldron to head it further. Oglesby controls, but he's going to be robbed of the ball there. Oglesby's coming back to try and cover for Hayes, but it's Lemon who covers it really well. Tackles him, and it's back with Oglesby, who is just going to boot that one downfield. Rawson's going to peel off his man really well. High foot there from Wright is going to get penalised. And Steels were thinking to taking a quick free kick, but it's a McCrory there with some decent play. Langton has sent it long, but it's no one. I don't think even our players were ready for that. I think Wright might get a talking to here. He's not actually, so it is going to be free kick. Lemon trying to get under control. Oh, so this idea of a quick free kick has really gone to boil. Grantham, occupy a high line. It looks like. So we'll be interested to see what Stocksbridge. I think Stocksbridge will try and see if they can just land it, but Hasted actually occupies a very high position up. There's also option. He's going to take it short here to Baker. I'm going to see if we can work it a short way. Baker going to look to get it to Langton on the right. Langton here will looking for an overlap. He is going to try and find O'Connor in this overlap. He's in his own corner, O'Connor, at the moment. He's got 3 men round him and he's tackled, and it's going to be Stocksbridge just throwing on that right-hand side. Nostell Miners Welfare have gone 3-0 up on Swallownest now. As it now goes back here for Baker. Baker going to throw it into Turner, who's passed it back here to O'Connor. Now back with Turner. So it opened up for Turner for a bit, but he isn't going to take the shot. Slips it through here. Ball going across. Oh, Smith, who scored 2 goals for Grantham Town the last time they played it. He's just scored again, but this time for the Steels.
Goal.
1-0 Steels. And it's an own goal. I believe that is the first time Stocksbridge have got. Well, it's only the second time Stocksbridge have got an own goal this season, going all the way back to the opening game of the season in the FA Cup against Galcard United. Steels leading 1-0 thanks to an own goal from Greg Smith, who has been the biggest threat for Grantham, but in the end he puts it into his own net. You may have had your earbuds, but yeah, drums burst there, but not by me for once. Now the Steels for the last 10 minutes of the game will have to hold on here. Ball dead long here, looking for Greg Smith, who takes a really good touch. Lays it off to Tyson now on the left wing. Tyson looking to beat man. He puts the ball in, but Oglesby comes in with a good block and clearance out for a throw-in. Shaw was there waiting.
Who crossed it in?
O'Connor, I think. And a throw in here, Joe Stacey. Now, this is when the long throws become incredibly nerve-wracking because you just don't want to see that ball go in your box at any moment. Anyway, here it comes. Long ball going in. Headed away by Baker, but it's a bit of an awkward, and it's going to end up going out for a corner kick to Grantham. Grantham, to their credit, they have not let their heads drop. They've gone right back into this, and they're looking to take advantage of that old adage, you're weakest when you've just scored a goal. It was certainly the case of Stocksbridge in the first half of the season. And it does occasionally apply time to time. So Grantham here will look to corner kick here. They've been looked strong so far from them. Ball going in. A good header away from Charlie Oglesby. Afebu's looking to fight for it here. And he lays it off really well. And they're going to try and get the ball up. But Hasted come well after his goal to boot that up. And they may be able to get an attack from it because it's going to bounce in the box. Townsend's going to go claim it. He has to punch it because of the challenge from the Grantham man. Nathan Tyson then hovering. And eventually it's good work from Lemon, who gets it off a Grantham player to get a throw in. And that's what you get from Nathan Tyson, I suppose. They're just hovering there. Proper goal hunting ability, making Ben Townsend's job as difficult as possible. going down the line. Rawson went down there, but also did Grantham man. No foul given either way, and it's going to be clipped back in by Hall. He'll need to be headed backward by Turner. Baker gets a proper header away, and then O'Connor gets it properly away. Fabu's going to look to chase onto it, so he does a Fabu. He passes it back to Baker. Baker takes a good touch. He's carrying the ball himself down this right-hand side. Baker laying through to Rawson. Rawson controlling it back to Turner. Turner back to Baker here. Baker a little bit long, and Wood's going to try and see if he can break the offside trap, but it's actually been well controlled by Stace. But only gets back to Rawson, who heads it forward, and then heading by Hall, but only back to Wood. It's Wood now. Wood takes a shot, curling, but over the bar. I was wondering maybe that took a deflection. It hasn't. It's a goal kick. It's very good from the Steels here. Yeah, 84 minutes gone so far in this game. It is 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels thanks to the own goal. So we're back now for Hayes to take. Going to be a nerve-wracking end. The Steels have not won at home since January. That 2-0 win against Carlton Town. As Greg Smith heads it on, but back to Oglesby, who clears it away, but only back to Smith. Smith digs it to the right-hand side for Tootle. Tootle is racing forward now. McCaskill with a great side challenge, and it's going to be a throw in there to Grantham, and it could have gone either way, that decision, I'll be honest. And it's going to, Grantham will pile the pressure on now. And I think it's going to be the short throw in here. Back here for Tootle, playing it, goes through to the box, but who's going to get there first? Grantham do. Hayes is going to get it across the 6-yard box. Langton boots it away. Great defending from Mitch Langton in centre-back today rather than his normal centre midfield. Goal at Workshop. Hebburn have got one back. Amar Pual. Might not seem like much, but with that goal difference, could be vital. You never know at this stage of the season. Back for Tootle for the throw-in. Throwing, he's still waiting on this throw-in here. Throwing going into the right-hand side here, being tackled here, and Wood's going to get onto it. Wood's done really well, turned really well as well before a second tackle goes in. It's actually McCaskill there, I think, before Hall's going to boot it right back in that position. But Tootle's got a good touch onto it to Shaw, but a great last-minute tackle from Langton, who's going to appeal for a goal kick as well. Instead, it's going to be a corner kick. Grantham are putting everything on right now, and the hearts are going like that at the moment. Another corner for Grantham to take, and it's going to be another substitution here. Mason Lee is the man who's looking set to come on. He's not going to come on just yet, though. I don't.
Come on.
And Mason Lee's waiting on the halfway line to come on. Just getting a check of his boots.
Substitution for Grantham. Number 15, Mason Lee, coming on.
We don't know who Mason Lee's
coming on. We don't know who's gone off because there's no board.
Right, another one. Could Mason Lee be the hero for Grantham as he comes on here?
So 9.
Waiting for this corner. She's taking its time. Here, Greg Smith hovering at the far end of the box. He's always a target from set pieces like these. He's moved into the 6-yard box, looking for that far end. He's headed away and then cleared away. Only to the right-hand side of Faye, who's going to get the proper clearance away, but it's only going to go back to Hayes here, who will take the touch. Clipping a ball in. Oglesby heads it away, back for Tootle. Takes a good touch, but then Baker's in there to get another big clearance out. It's only going to go back to Stacey here, who's another big ball forward. Grantham winning everything as it goes back to Smith, who takes a shot, but it's right at Townsend, who's going to drop to the floor. This concert have sealed their win against Sheffield FC. They're now 3-0 up. Zach Atkinson scoring their latest.
Josh Waldham's gone off.
May well be. Mull going long. Bounces off Rawson here. Back now here with Hayes, who's knocked it long here. Lemons fighting for it. Bounces awkwardly, but Latington is able to boot that one out. So he's going to bounce once, and then it's going to almost go out to play. A bit of a high foot from Charlie Wood there. It's going to be a free kick for Grantham, and Wood is going to get himself in the book here, and it is a fair one. Yes, Joshua Waldrum is the man who has gone off for Grantham Town. And it looks like Stocksbridge will be making a substitution with Ethan Bojang coming on. We'll see. Interesting, because Ian told me he never likes to take players off before a set piece. And this is him about to do that. Or is he just waiting because it is a set piece? McCrory over it at the moment.
Who's gone out?
We'll just wait to see who's going off. I think it might be McCaskill.
Why have we got no sub-board today?
We do it, so we saw it earlier, but anyway, just waiting for this. McCaskill is taking his time at the moment if it is going to be him coming off. And McCaskill is going to get a talking to him. McCaskill then jogs, and I think
Super Stocksbridge. Lewis McCaskill coming off and Ethan Bojang coming on.
It was the little jog from Lewis McCaskill after when he realised the referee was after him. I presume what we're going to see now is Charlie Wood going into a wide position and Bojang into that centre midfield. Ball is going in. Townsend claims that, and he will be happy all day long. There, just seen that one of the players. I think it's actually Nathan Tyson has gone down in the box there, but I don't think he got a touch on him there. I think he may just stumbled a bit on uneven ground. This isn't the plush pitches of Pride Park that he'll have been used to, or whatever it's called nowadays. Townsend has sending it long, goes back to Bojang. Bojang had the idea there, but he don't go in. And Wood's going to put some pressure on Haystead before Haystead takes it into his own box. And he's rolled it out again then, and now he's going to send it long here. He's looking for Tyson on the left wing, who's looking to get the beating of Baker, a man half his age. As Tyson, you get down the left wing, ball going, it's a good ball, and it's missed everyone, and then Lemon goes, volley, touchdown, fantastic save from Ben Townsend as we enter the 90th minute. Townsend has not had to make a major save all game, but he's made one there. Lemon's header was not good enough away, and then that has allowed that volley to go in, and now it's another corner kick.
Got 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Steels need to defend for however long we have left. Corner going in, headed on by Stocksbridge to a far post, but Hall has kept that in. Overhead kick back into the thing, headed on by Grantham. Townsend punches it away. Volley, but blocked away by Baker. Grantham's going to collect that. Hayes, outside the box, is going to collect it. Laid on place aside, no pressure as the ball's about to go in. A high ball looking for the far end. Head across the 6 yard. Touched on by Smith, but then Steele's clear away. So on to that. He's going to press the Grantham man who does get onto it, but Stacey able to evade it. We can't keep it in. Steele's got the throw in. Long Eaton have confirmed their win against Shilvin. Curtis Davis has scored there. Trying to work.
The referee's indicated there'll be 3 minutes of
just
added time.
3 minutes of added time to hold on for the Steels. Can we do it? Ball going long. Rawson tried to keep it in, and he has done actually. Bojang goes in for the second one, but Grantham just won out the ball. Wood getting a tackle, and Wood's trying to carry away. Wood does, and he gets his shirt pulled as well and earns a free kick. That's going to take some seconds off the clock, which is the most important thing as the Steels look to get their first win at Brackenmore since January. And Lemon there. So that's what you hate. You'd throw something at Jordan Lemon if he just was on the opposition. He just kicked it away with a slight little touch there. And that's why you have your elder players, because they know the little canny bit parts of the game, which you do hate to see when it's the opposition. You claim it's cheating, and it is kind of cheating, but you love it when it's your own. Langton's going to take it, and they are taking as much as long possible here to do it.
Stop clock.
But Langton here is going to clip the ball forward here. Faber's going to try and fight for it. He's going to keep it in a Faber really well. Going to try to get to the corner flag, but Grantham can only boot that out of play. It's a throw-in next to the corner flag for the Steels as they look to get the win here. We've got 2 minutes left of added time now as Lemon just slowly saunters over for this. Lemon here will take his time, throw it now to Faber, back to Lemon, back to Bojang now. Bojang just been forced outwards, but he's going to find Lemon here with a good ball. Lemon, lovely trickery from Lemon to a Faber, but the offside flag is up. That just lets down that beautiful bit of trickery, don't it? Where did Jordan Lemon find that? I think it's fair. I don't think Jordan Lemon would dispute the description industrial, but anyway, the ball goes here long from Haystead. Turner's going to look to win the header. It goes past him, though, to Tootle. It's opened up for Tootle here. He evades one tackle. Bojang gets in with a tackle. No free kick given. It's cleared away, and it's going to go back to Haystead here. Yeah. Appeals for free kick still continues. It's back with Haystead, but Haystead's just looking to carry it forward and see if he can knock it forward. He is doing. Going to go over the heads of everyone. Townsend's going to come collect that, and that is what you want to see. So we're just waiting. I think I've deleted my clock accidentally. No, I mean, I've got a timer though. It's timing it. We are beyond 2 minutes, so I've had a time.
A minute left.
So it's going to go along here for a favour to try and win the header. He heads it on. Great work. Rawson's going to run it to the corner. Rawson, they're continuing to the corner flag. That's veteran play from the young lad. And he's going to be challenged and he gets it knocked out for a Steele's throw-in. But Grantham have already taken the throw-in. They've hurt themselves there in the end. We're getting closer and closer. So not that far off the full-time whistle now. No one's going over to take this throw-in. I think Baker's now gone over to do it. God, Belper have had some good fun. They've won 2-0 today, Belper. It's Atherton Collieries, another one of their relegation rivals. I think we just had another 30 seconds on at the end here as it goes through to a Fabu here. It's touch out and Grantham will clear, but only to Turner, who's going to try and clip it back into that area, but it's just not done very well. It's a throw into Grantham. And that is touchdown! The Steels have won 1-0. It may have come from an own goal. Greg Smith putting it into his own net. But it's a great... But in the end, it's 1-0. The Steels win for the first time at Brackenmore since January. We will see you next Saturday for the away game against Stockton Town. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator, and we will look forward to the next one. Steels will remain 5th in the table and have closed the gap to Hebburn and to 2 points, though they have a game in hand on us. We are 6 points above Dunstan with 2 games in hand on us. We will see you at Stockton on Saturday.